we're gonna go ahead and discuss some of my favorite snake morphs that have ever been produced in the reptile community. Let's go ahead and get it started. You know, every time I actually take a look at my animals or any place that I'm visiting, whether it's like a pet store or a reptile zoo, I'm always in awe to see the unique different types of reptiles that are on display there. Whether it's like a rare one, whether it's like a rare albino, or if it's like a kind of like a hypomelanistic, or even if it's like a melanistic version of that animal, you know? And it's just absolutely breathtaking to witness it. Now, when it comes to certain reptiles, like snakes in particular, there are some species that have dozens and dozens of different types of morphs that have actually been produced over the years. And one of those actually is, like, for example, one of the few species in particular in the pet trade are garter snakes. Ooh, easy, buddy. And this is, of course, is Tyson, everybody. You all know who he is. He has the albino checker garter snake that I've had him ever since he was teeny tiny. And, ooh, come here, buddy. It's okay. It's okay. Whew. He's a little bit of squirmy today. Ooh. Ooh. Okay. Getting in my face now, huh? You want to get in my face? You want to have a stare down? We're going to have a stare down, everybody. We're having a stare down. I blinked. Darn it. Anywho, but yeah, garter snakes in particular, you guys, are absolutely one of several snakes in the pet trade that actually come in a variety of different cool patterns on them. As a matter of fact, actually, I do have Lucy, my eastern garter snake, that in particular, her species actually is one of the most common ones actually of all the Thamnophis species. But the eastern's also one of the most colorful, because they actually come in a variety of different colorations and patterns, and that's because it's actually depending on like the elevation where they're from. For example, in the southern eastern part of the US, the eastern garter snakes are kind of actually a different coloration. Some of them vary from like a light brown color to like more of a light bluish coloration on them. So I don't know what it is with that, but like I said, it could be because of the elevation or like the climate where they're at. Who knows anyway, but in particular, I want to actually, hold on a second, I gotta show you guys something really quick here. Never mind the idea of what I was gonna show you guys anyway. Straight to the point here. The amount of snake morphs that are out there, in particular, whether it's like garter snakes, corn snakes, king snakes, or even other species like ball pythons and boas, certain boa species too. When it comes to garter snakes here, everybody, I think one of my favorite morph of all the garter snakes, I think is probably just, I don't know, a generic eastern garter snake, like the ones where I'm from, everybody. Really, it's because where I'm from here in Michigan, the eastern garter snakes technically are a bit very, very dark brown with a combination of black on them and kind of like a very light yellow, like creamy cheese coloration dorsal stripe down the back. But I have seen some in the wild where I'm from that actually have a tint of more of like a flamish yellow-orange mix on them as well. And I've actually seen some of the tint of mix of like green and blue on them. Now, that's something I don't see a whole lot. I've only seen that a couple times in my life, but it's something really cool that I have witnessed before. And really, I think it's just awesome to witness something in the wild in its natural form, but there can be other ways where the wildlife can actually make a transformation here a little bit. So, and in particular, Lucy here, she's got a little tint of orange in her, but it's not exactly noticeable. So it's still awesome regardless, everybody. So with that being said, I just think eastern garter snakes are definitely my favorite morph of all the garter snakes. So now let's get on to corn snakes, everybody. Probably one of the best pet snakes in the pet trade, everybody. Corn snakes have been around for decades now, and really it's amazing that since they have been kept breeding them in the pet trade, really it's amazing how many morphs of different types of corn snakes have been produced over the years. Literally going as far back, I think, since like the early 80s, to be honest with you. And probably one of the first corn snake morphs that was ever produced back in the day were actually snow corn snakes, like my guy Frosty here. And it's amazing, like I said, 40 years later, that snow corn snakes are still being produced here. And realistically speaking, I'm gonna be completely honest here, I think the snow corn snake is definitely my very favorite, most of all the morphs of corn snakes out there. Obviously, because if you guys actually can tell of that gorgeous pink on him, it is absolutely beautiful looking. I mean, absolutely gorgeous. There's just absolutely no denying that. That is absolutely beautiful, everybody. I mean, who would not want to think a corn snake is that beautiful? I mean, come on now. And especially for how cute Frosty is, everybody. Especially if you look at the belly on him too. You guys might not be able to see that too good on camera, but his belly pattern's also really pink too. So with that being said, I think personally to me, corn snakes are just so underrated, and especially snow corn snakes. Even though they may be like, what, 40-50 bucks a piece on average, these snakes are just absolutely breathtaking to me. So, and yeah, I'm gonna be keeping Frosty for a very, very long time to come. Okay, you guys, so I'm gonna go ahead and actually just share one more of one of my favorite snake morphs that's ever been produced in captivity. And I think the last one I think realistically would have to be is an albino, what was it? It would probably be just a normal albino ball python, because really ball pythons again are one of the most popular pet snakes also in the pet trade, and really they're one of the first ball python morphs that ever been produced in captivity. I think the first one, I forgot when the first one was produced. Was it like back in the 80s, I think, if I recall? Maybe it wasn't, maybe early 90s, who knows. Anywho, the point is that albino ball pythons are absolutely an amazing looking snake, everyone. They're just kind of like almost, some people describe them as like another normal albino snake, but when you guys take a look at a normal type ball python, now it really may not look that much interesting, but really when you actually think about the albino phase, it's absolutely amazing. I just don't know what it is about them, but it's actually also one of my dream animals to get too, as a reptile lover and a snake keeper myself. And right now, I just don't have the capacity for it. So maybe in another, maybe, who knows, 5 years from now, 10 years from now, I'll eventually get one, you guys. It's just a matter of time. So with that being said, I wish I could. I do have more snake morphs I want to share with you guys that I really am into, but I'm not just gonna make this. I'm not gonna list them all, because this vlog would probably be close to about 30, maybe 40 minutes long, and I don't want to bore you guys with that. So with that being said, I figured I'd just share a few of my favorite snake morphs that have been produced ever into the reptile world. Seriously, don't get tired of seeing this amazing terrarium setup in Ariel's tank, everybody. It's just awesome the way I literally designed this from the moment I got her new tank. And to tell you the truth, this, where she's currently sitting at, that's like her favorite comfort spot right there. Because really, it's just right underneath the light up there. I'm surprised she doesn't like sit further back. I don't know why, but that's just Ariel for you. So with that being said, she's just in a comfort zone right there. That's where she likes to be. I guess it's just the right conditions. So with that being said, I'm just gonna go ahead and just end the vlog here for the night, everybody. If you guys actually enjoyed this video, feel free to smash that like button for me, you guys. And if you're new to this channel, make sure to hit that subscribe button for me and turn on that notification bell so you guys can stay notified for every new video I upload. And I will promise I will see you all in the next one.